going to continue to see that threat move east and north into the Carolinas later today, maybe even on through early Thursday morning as you head further north and east. So welcome back to our continuing coverage. Due within the next 30 minutes, another update from the Hurricane Center. Doing hourly updates now as we approach landfall. We'll see if we get a strengthening of our storm, which is currently a Category 2 storm. But forecast here, notice by early this morning, potentially up to Cat 4 status, right at the lower end. But really the difference between a strong Cat 3 or a low-end Category 4 isn't going to be that significant. It's just that it's never happened in this part of the country. At least just to the northwest of Cedar Keene in the Big Bend area. Then weakening, but still a hurricane as it comes onshore and goes through South Georgia and into the Carolinas as a tropical storm, and then weakening and heading on out to sea. 110 Category 2, as we said, moving north at 16 from the advisory an hour ago. It's actually slower by 1 mile per hour, and the center now 115 miles southwest of Cedar Key. And still heading on off to the north, kind of wobbling a little bit. We should start to see that little jog toward the east occur here pretty soon. But look at the thunderstorms now continuing to kind of come on again, off again, and now back on around the center. And that eye wall is tightening up. So likely seeing one of two things, not only further strengthening, or two things here, but also maybe going through an eye wall replacement cycle. Either way, a powerful, very dangerous hurricane now heading toward the coast here around the Big Bend area, and very heavy rainfall starting to spread in here shortly, if not already. Here we are a little bit closer to the center. You can kind of see those thunderstorms now wrapping on the west side, trying to wrap around that center, and they will continue to do so in a very symmetrical eye now. That central dense overcast, pretty evident on our satellite picture earlier. Then your velocity, with your winds blowing toward and away from the radar. We had some stronger values earlier toward the center in excess of 100 miles per hour. And there we go. We've got some of these velocities now over 100 miles per hour right around that center. So, as we had said, this is the kind of winds that may translate down to the surface here as we head on through and toward landfall over the next few hours and as we get into Wednesday morning. Right now, almost a 70 mile per hour gust now at this buoy here just to the northeast of the center. Tampa gusting to 22, 23 up at Crystal River, and out of the buoy to the northwest, and on the northwest side with some of those stronger bands gusting to tropical storm force. So at this point we are seeing some of those stronger winds closer to the center. But look at this, it just popped up. That's probably due to that cluster of storms that went through around Sarasota. A 67 mile per hour wind gust. So that's pretty close to hurricane force. You got to get to 73. Further north now, the heavy rain is starting to spread in, so the rain's going to start adding up quickly. But the winds for now have remained below tropical storm force. Gusts to 29 Apalachicola. Again, Crystal River about 23. But again, starting to see some of those stronger gusts and getting close to hurricane force now, closer to the center. Tornado watch, Todd. This basically meaning in and around this watch we could see some tornadoes forming here over the next few hours.